person's been tweeting about me again. And they're like, that I don't, it doesn't make any sense that I lived in California, apparently. So she did like a whole video about how like, I don't know what I'm talking about because I didn't live in California. But the truth is, I grew up in California. I've been in California like almost my whole life. I recently just moved to Texas like a couple of years ago. And I like it a lot in Texas. But I brought up the point that California was not always like that. Like California it wasn't always so bad. Which is like, if you're actually from California, you've been there for like a while, then you'd know what I'm talking about. It was a lot better back in the day. And I guess I'll just bring it up, but she does like a whole lot of videos. She's kind of making a lot of videos about me. And this is one that kind of caught my eye. It came up in my feed. $3 steak dinner that I'm lying. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I'm just gonna watch a little bit of it. So like just to see like steak and rice and soup. So what I said was that there was a steak, rice, and soup dinner that I used to eat. So back in the day, I would go to this restaurant and I would eat like they had a steak dinner for, I believe it was $2. I can't find the $2, but I did find $2.75. And so let's just go with $2.75 just for like, So the claim is that I'm lying because the steak dinner, I mean, let's just look at the thumbnail again. $3 steak dinner. So even according to that, I mean, it was $2.75, but here we go. Steak and rice and soup. Hear what I said here. Steak, rice, soup. Yup. $2. Fucking good. It's fucking amazing. It was legendary. Thank you.
Wait. What did she say?
Man, that restaurant was so fucking clutch though. It was really good. Did I tell you I told you guys, right? What you could get for $2 at that place? Holy shit. Steak and rice and soup.
Steak and rice and soup? No, but what? Okay, never mind. It's not the place I was thinking about. Okay, no, because the thing that I was looking at was a burger with nothing on it. What do you mean you got steak and rice and soup for $2?
So I thought I'd show you guys a couple receipts. It was a little hard to find because again, this was a long time ago. Okay, so I had to do some digging, but I did find the place right here, $1.99 restaurant. Okay. And I just wanted to prove right here. Here's the fucking menu right there. What is that? Is that fucking dude, I totally forgot they gave you an egg. They gave you a fucking egg. You got a fried egg with it. Steak and a fried egg for $2.75 right there. There it is. This is a little kid who is too young to understand how cheap fast food is. It used to be really cheap, yeah. And like this was really, really clutch, right? So like you had to if you wanted to go, it was a little bit more expensive because you had to pay like 75 cents for the box. Like this place was so cheap that you had to buy the box if you wanted to take out the food. But I used to get this one all the time. Like this was so fucking clutch right here. There's like number 2, the broken rice. Like the com tam with like barbecue pork chop and an egg. It was so legit, right? And then this was man, if you were feeling a little bit more rich, you would get yourself the half Cornish game hen with fried rice for $3.25. That was their flagship product right there. Like, man, $3.25 for that, right? Now I looked into things, okay? I was kind of looking into it. Let's see how the prices have progressed through the years, okay? It's the same restaurant, right? So here we go. This is a menu from the same restaurant. Now you can see here that the steamed rice with eggs is $5.75, right? And nowadays, like I took a look and that shit is $10. Now it is $10 for the same thing that I used to get here for a $2.75. It is now $10. And you can see there's like here we go. We got some reviews here. And you can see, this is a recent review. Here we go, March 2025. I grew up with this place. I remember when it was $1.99 and then it became $2.99. And then now it's $10.99 in 2025. Their deep fried chicken rice always hit the soft spot for me on certain days. I'd go to this location, the one in Santa Ana. This location is just a restaurant with no boba. This place is indeed an old, think of hole in the wall with consistent food. To be honest, I only order the chicken rice there and haven't eaten anything else over the last 15 years. So I just wanted to point it out that there's the receipts. But that's not kind of the point of what I wanted to talk about. So that was just kind of the intro, right? So I was looking at some other stuff that I used to eat when I didn't have any money. One of my favorite places was this place called Lee's Sandwiches. You might have a Lee's sandwich near you nowadays because like that place like kind of blew up and now there's a ton of them. But before there was only a couple of them, right? Lee's Sandwich was a Vietnamese sandwich shop and it was incredibly clutch when you had no money. And the reason why is because the sandwiches there used to be $1.50 $1.50. I think they were like $1.49 to $2, so like $1.99. Now, that was for the Vietnamese combination. Like you got like ham and like, you know, like kind of this like pork roll sort of meat in it. And then it came with like carrot and radish pickles with some cilantro. And that's kind of what it was. And it was a freshly baked baguette. Like as in like it was hot. Like the baguette was like still hot and crispy like when you got it because it was fresh, right? It was really cheap. So, and the things too is it was open 24 hours, guys. Open 24 hours. You would like go there at like 2 a.m. hungry and you could get yourself a sandwich for that much, right? And again, when you had no money, like this was clutch. And like sometimes I remember going there, and when I was feeling lucky, like when I was like, you know what, I have a little bit more money today, I would get myself a BLT. And the BLT was like $4, I think. It was either $4 or $5 for a BLT. It was like kind of expensive, like honestly, like, oh, like, you know, BLT, wow, fancy, right? And anyway, so I started to look at some of the prices over at Lee's Sandwiches now. And I found an old image of Lee's Sandwiches. So here, this is still more expensive than it is now. So this is from 2016. Which, you know, I mean, solid, like almost 10 years ago, right? But you can see you could get the like pork roll pate for $3.49. You could get the meatball for $3.49. The combination, and this was like their kind of flagship right here, like these like two special combination, the regular combination. It was like really clutch. I got like $3.49. So they had the Asian sandwiches, which were a lot cheaper, served on like a 10-inch baguette. Or you get the European sandwiches. The European sandwiches, like your standard, like roast beef, BLT. And these ones were more primo. Like these were like more expensive. They were like kind of like premium. Shit was so peak. Anyway, all the late night pho places I know like open at 3 a.m. because we used to go to the arcade like late at night. And, you know, we'd be out 2, 3 a.m. The arcade just closed, and like we're like looking for a place to like go eat, and then, you know, we would go one of these late night pho places. So this sandwich place again, I remember it being, you know, like Jungle said, $1.75. I know, not exact on it. I said it was like $1.49, $2. Like I didn't really remember the exact price, but let's go with $1.75. That's how much it was before, right? And you can see here in 2016 that the price is you know, $3.49 now, which is like, that's still pretty good, right, guys? Like $3.49 for like a 10-inch baguette, like 10-inch sandwich. That's pretty good, right? Oh, thank you for the bits. Thank you, man. Now, how much is it now? My God, $11.19. $11.19 now. And like, granted, this is on Grubhub, so like, I don't know, like add $1, right? Add $1 for processing or whatever the hell, but still like $1.19 special combo baguette. And you can see that that's $11.79 now, right? And again, like these were clutch places that like when we were young and we had no money, this is like where we ate, right? This is what we had. And so you think about like wages nowadays, right? The wages did not go up that much. Right? Did the wages increase by 300%? They didn't, right? So it's like, the point of what I'm saying is, remember what they took from you. They took this from everybody. Before, if you had no money, you could eat at these places, right? It's cheaper because the restaurant qualifies as a bakery, so the 16 minimum wage instead of 20. I'm just saying, like, remember what they took from you.
Remember who you are!
It wasn't always like that, right? Price of everything has gone up far more than what everyone is paid. Yeah, exactly. Right. And just remember, like, this is what they took from us, right? Because back in the day, you could eat this stuff for such a cheap price, and now you can't, right? It's crazy. Like, how did the inflation go that crazy? The 5-layer beefy burrito was 99 cents. Dude, I remember the McDouble was 99 cents. You get like a Whopper for like what? Like $1.99 or something like that. Like all the prices used to be like so much less, but back then, right? I believe the enemy is not Republicans or Dems, it's inflation. I wish both parties would take it more seriously. 100%, Iron Tiger. Yeah, so like unless you have Costco, like you're kind of shit out of luck for anything that's like kind of decently priced, right? Listen, on this topic, can we agree that the people in charge, that they fucked up and they fucked all of us? I don't even care. Like, this isn't an issue of like, I'm not like trying to make an argument of like Republicans and Democrats. They all failed us. It doesn't matter who. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, don't get caught, don't get lost in the sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce of like, blame that side. And then they're like, well, we blame your side. And then everyone blames each other. That's what they want, okay? I just want you guys to remember that back in the day, we had these things and we don't anymore, right? I just think they don't know. Like they just don't know about how it was before. You could get stuff for super cheap back then. That's just how it was. I love that she calls you far right. Well, I mean, like when you're so far on one side, I can see how you could think that, right? But I think everyone that knows me knows I'm not far right, really. In fact, I hear a lot that I'm too centrist. You know? Yeah, I get criticized by the right for being too centrist. Boo center, boo. Fuck you, Julio. Thanks for the bits, Ragnar, and 500 Drunk Men. Thank you. 500 Drunk Men says, oh, thank you, Iron Tiger, as well, for the bits earlier. 500 Drunk Men says, Shai says that 50-50 split Pharmacist video on Facebook is a perfect example. Yeah, if you guys don't know what happened there, I have a friend who's a pharmacist, and I interview them about COVID. And it wasn't even really a political video. It was basically, I was just interviewing my pharmacist friend and saying, like, you know, how was it during COVID? What was it like being a pharmacist? Like, how do you feel about like what happened during it? And that was basically like the interview. And then I posted this interview on Facebook, and then like the comments on that video, half of them were saying that I was a vaccine denier, and then the other half were saying that I was a leftist shill, basically pushing the vaccine. I'm like, I didn't say any of that. Like, what the fuck? I had like people on both sides getting mad at me. It was kind of wild. Tazo says houses used to be cheap and luxury goods were expensive. Now it's the other way around. But housing prices haven't stopped growing. Yeah. Well, you see the problem with that, Tazuto. The problem is that if you increase the prices of everything else, it makes it even more impossible to buy a house, right? So even if the housing prices stayed the same, it wouldn't really matter, because you would still have trouble buying one with like how much food, like all the prices of all the commodities and consumables have gone up, right? Like gas and shit. Your evil twin claimed to be a centrist. It's interesting. As time passes, there's only less resources too. Anyway, so that's what I was saying. And anyway, that's kind of it. Is I just wanted to talk about that, about the $3 steak dinner thing, because like it actually was a thing back then, right? And again, like I showed you guys, like even in 2016, like if you don't even go back like all the way, right? This picture was from 2016, I think. You can see that you can still get the same thing for $5.75, which was still like, that's still pretty good, right? Like if you could get steak, eggs, and soup for $5, $5.75, like that's still really good, right? Like that'd still be great nowadays, right? And see, this is what the food looked like. Like guys, you could get this for $3.25. Like look at this, and it even has like the freaking fried rice, the red fried rice, and oh, this was the one though. This was the one for me. The freaking pork chop on top of rice with the egg, the fried egg, and the oh man, the fried green onions. This was so peak. You can see here, like you could get like this soup as well. Like they have like soup, and here they've got like a vermicelli bowl, and then here you could get like stir fried rice with like seafood and like egg noodles. These are all $2. But yeah, this place was like a $1.99 restaurant right here. See, the restaurant literally says $1.99 on the fucking door. Like literally, that's the name of the restaurant, $1.99 restaurant. And it wasn't like the nicest place, right? It wasn't the nicest restaurant, but when you had no money, this was clutch. This was like incredibly peak. Yeah. You know what's sad is we printed so much money, the average worker is poorer than just 10 years ago. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. And again, like I talked about this before too, and like she had a problem with this too when I said that like San Francisco. I talked about how San Francisco is like a fucking shithole and how it used to be not a shithole, because I remember going there as a kid. I went there as a kid. I went there with my mom too, like later on, and like it wasn't that bad. But I mean, and basically they were saying that like, oh, you know, crime isn't rampant in San Francisco. But I mean,
I spoke to them. The video starts with items being taken. He started shooting the video when he saw a person driving and another hopping out to break into cars at Fisherman's Wharf. This is on North Point near
this was a nice area.
And you can see the person
Fisherman's Wharf was a nice area back then.
Out of the white Lexus and peek into cars at metered spots. Some they break into.
See the video of Benny Johnson's car getting broken. A lot of people did that. Like there was a news report where they got broken into. I mean, there's so many of these. You'd have to be like just like you have to be just ignore like willfully ignorant to like not know that this is a thing. Like this guy got broken into while he was literally just while they're like in traffic. Like more stuff. Raw video. People breaking in. Like, it wasn't this crazy before, right? Like, and I personally know people that this has happened to. Yeah, and I mean, there's plenty of these, right? They have like entire fencing operations and stuff over there. There's people leaving their cars open. So if you look over here.
Has it come to this? Drivers leaving their back doors wide open to show thieves there's nothing valuable inside. The startling photo was taken in Oakland, California.
They just leave their doors unlocked and they leave the trunk open so that people can just like go through the car because they don't want their windows to be broken into.
In a region staggered by a wave of smash and grab robberies.
There he goes, he just broke in.
Florist Parissa Hamat left that black SUV open.
I leave my car door open so that there's nothing in my car, and they can see that there's nothing to take.
And I can tell you that like I went to I kind of went to San Francisco a lot, like at least once every 2 weeks before, like, you know, like visiting family and like kind of, you know, stuff like that. And it was not like this before. Like San Francisco was not this bad when I was a kid. Something like clearly changed like over there is what I'm saying. Right. And it's like now if you go there, like it smells like piss and shit. Like I went there probably like one of the last times I went there. I went to San Francisco to watch a musical. Watch a musical with my brother because he wanted to watch this musical. And we went there and the whole place smelled like piss. Like actually, like the street smells like piss. And there's just freaking people everywhere. Like there's homeless people everywhere, right? And it smells like piss. So and a lot of them are doing drugs, just like in the open, like just brazenly, openly doing drugs in front of everybody. And I remember one time leaving like leaving like a hospital in San Francisco, and then there was like a person that just like literally just fell over and started tweaking on the ground like while I was there. It's crazy. It's really wild. Yeah. Anyway, the point of what I'm saying is that like things were a lot better before and things are fucked up now. Like there's a clear decline in like the quality of not just like society in general, but like of places like San Francisco, California, a lot of places in California. There's been a noticeable decline, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Societal decay. Yeah. Anyway,